With respect to this other team, by the way, if you're watching this on the video, I'm just telling it how it's happening. Okay, I don't even know which team they're playing, so I'm not out to disrespect anybody. If I was, I'd say much ruder things than this. Again, you can see they're continuing to fill that snake and just keep control of a couple of key snake bunkers. And fantastic work with Fredo there. He's, you know, he's got paint coming in all over, and he's just staying nice and tight, taking his shots when he gets the chance. I'm starting to see a little bit of action from these guys now. They're just not managing to get past those. That blue and yellow can you can see there to the right of the screen, and then that wedge. Basically the line of blue and yellow bunkers, they're having real difficulty getting past that. You know, they've got to start pushing now, or the game's just dripping away. The time is still going up, and Loki are really piling on the points. Filled the corner, which is good, but they've got to start getting guys down the snake and just smashing these guys out of here, doing whatever it takes. Because at the moment, as they come out, they're starting to take paint from the snake guys, and this isn't so good. See, he came out, literally came out, got a couple of hits, and that was that. So the game's gone a little bit quieter now, a little bit quieter. There does tend, it's funny, something we do see with these is there does tend to be a little bit of a stagnation at some points, and it picks up again. But the big thing you have to watch out for, if you let yourself get flustered in the pits, that's when you'll find that you can get in real trouble then, because you end up with only 2 or 3 players on the field and not enough people ready to go to replace the guys that are coming on. And a good team will capitalise on that. So they won't give you extra love, God forbid, but at the same time, yeah, if they get the opportunity, they will. They'll go so far as to make sure you go off with a bit of paint on you, and it just takes that little bit longer to clean up. We've all been there in X-Ball, I'm sure. So it's going again. You can hear it's going a bit quiet now. Going a bit quiet. They're really making their primary spots, but they're just not getting a lot further. Loki has still got control. Snake 1, Snake 2. Then going across the field, and up temple, they really have got some nice spots here, and very much the game's going their way now. You just got to watch out for guys running out of paint, but even then, if you can hold the bunker, you can pull. Come off the boat on your hopper! The has been called clean here, that's that splatter on his hopper. And has he made it? Has he made it up the far side? Went for a big push, and yeah, he got into the 50. So they're now holding the 50 bunkers on both sides. Call it 50. This field's much longer than that, but we're looking at the halfway bunkers on each side being held by Loki. You can see there's the centre line, there's the buzzer in the middle, and there's the halfway bunker at the far side. So Loki really have got field control at the moment. What we now need is to see some big moves from these chaps, because let's face it, if they don't soon, they're just going to let the buzzer trickle away. This is bleeding them dry every second, you know. See, they're doing their best at getting out there. They are making, they're making those first spots, but they're just not having much luck at getting up. Look how much paint. Yeah, Fredo's still got 2 pots of paint on his back. It's astonishing. Considering how long he's been tucked in there, and he's been in there for most of the time we've been talking, and sure enough, he's still going, still got plenty of paint. So they've got to winkle him out of there, and it's at that point they really need to be pushing something down in terms of a mugging or something just to get him out of there. One thing you'll notice when you play this, if you get around to playing it, is that the judges are pretty strict. There's a reason for that. You've got some of the real old school paintball, they will tear your head off for doing it wrong. And also, there's just not the incentive to cheat, because if you do cheat, if you lose an armband, that means your team is suddenly playing with a squad of 9 rather than 10, and if you get a big penalty, that can be lose 2 or 3 armbands, and that'll really screw you for the day, or for the rest of that game anyway. So the incentive's not there to cheat, really. You're much better off just getting off the field and you get another go. This is the wonderful thing about it. Until that time runs out, until the 15 minutes runs out, you get another go. And you think, this guy here in the snake, how many people has he shot in the course of this game? God knows. But yeah, he's doing alright, he's having a good game. And that's the other big difference, no matter how good a player you are in a 5-man game, you're going to shoot 5 of them. In this, they just keep throwing themselves under your gun over and over. You can see now they're starting to load this side of the field, which is a great move if they can then get up there and capitalise on it. You know, they've got 3 guys tucked in the bunkers, and they're all held down at the moment. They're all a little bit, you know, kind of showing a bit of timidity. So come on, chaps, now's the time. Get yourselves up the field. So yeah, oh dear, you see they're getting whittled away, and again they're managing to fill those back bunkers, but they're really not getting a lot further than that. Come down, here's Fredo again, yep, still rocking. And another guy in snake 1, and snake 2, sorry, and then as we go across, you can see, look at these positions they're holding. They're playing loose even, not loose, but they're certainly, you know, they're not having to play that tight. And here you see they've got 2 blocks on the outside edge of the snake. There's the actual snake proper, and then there's these 2 blocks there, and he's got tucked away in one of those. That means he's basically got, let's have a go, we've got the tape, as you can see, all the way up to the side there. That little box there in the tape line is just to allow the snake players to come out without getting called out of bounds. So yeah, there we see top down view of the snake player, which is something you don't see every day. Come on, do something exciting, or the whole of the world is watching, or they will be when this gets to YouTube anyway. And I think their opposition are starting to kind of choke up a little bit now, because they're not getting out on the field like you'd hope. And they're getting there, but they're, you know, I feel terrible, I'm being mean to them, but it's just calling it like you see it. So.
There's a foot sticking out, there is a foot sticking out.
You can see they're trying for, you know, they are moving, but they're just not getting far enough up the field fast enough. It's all about control of ground in this game, and they're just not getting that. So.
Check his foot, Blue can! Check his foot! Matt, hold it there! Matt, hold it there!
See, that's a really good spot. That's a big move. This late stage in the game, it's only so big a move, but that is a big move. Because in there, he's tucked in there, he's got guys in the snake covering his left side as we look at it, as we look at how he's playing. His offside, that's it, where he just looked. He's got guys covering that way if he wants to, so he can really just sit there, and from there he can control a lot of this side of the field. Really has got that corner of the field taped in. So he's now going to prove me wrong and shoot cross field just to cheese me off. That's fine, whatever. You can see Loki still tucked away in there, really controlling the field. Very, very nice play. We're actually playing them next, so I'm shitting bricks. That's great. Okay, game over. That's game over. That's game over. Well, you know what they'll do now is they'll work out the scores from the timer, and also from the number of eliminations. There's a referee in each end with a clicker who, as people come in, is counting the number of eliminations each team has against them, and those go to points to the other team. So it's possible to, you know, it is possible, and this was definitely a strong win for Loki, because they had 14-2 on their timer, so 14 minutes 20 seconds on the timer, which is they pretty much controlled that for the entire game. That's pretty good going. But it is possible to win on the timer and then lose on the eliminations in the end. We've seen that happen before. So okay, and that's signing out. Loki, anything to say?
Nothing.
So you should be, mate.